They say students are not engaged by things, they are engaged by us. Hello everyone, this is Priya Handa, a passionate educator. These days, teachers are facing a great challenge of keeping students engaged in their class, whether it's going online or offline. Students get distracted very soon. So today I am going to share with you 5 tips that would help you to keep them engaged in your class. You can modify these tips as per your grade level and add your own creativity to it. Let's begin. The first thing is to start your lesson differently. Yes, try new things, new techniques, be experimental. I'm going to share a few examples with you. For example, if you are taking a primary grade, you can start with a warm-up activity, a physical warm-up activity. For example, sit and stand. Go and bring me that object which is according to your topic, or you can make them jump. This helps them, as you know, in the beginning only they feel energetic. And if you are taking senior classes, you can have a mind warm up by giving them some interesting fact about the topic that you're going to teach, or you can give them a mind boggling question in the beginning. You can stick to A to Z key for any topic. For example, if you are going to teach about adjectives and maybe elaborate on it, and if it's a senior class, you can tell them to write A to Z of adjectives. If you are teaching about rocks or landforms, you can again give them A to Z alphabets and tell them to write whatever associated word comes to their mind with respect to that particular topic. If not that, you can use what if key as a warm-up activity. Whatever your topic is, ask a what if question. For example, if you are taking numbers, you can ask them, what if there were no numbers? If you are teaching them about, say, any animal kingdom, then you can ask them, what if there were no herbivores? So like that, you can generate interest about the topic that you are going to teach. So first tip is start differently, be experimental, let students be curious about how ma'am is going to start today's topic. So here comes the time for shout outs. Our first shout out is for Miss Jasmine Begum, and second one is for Mr. Saktivel D. Thank you for showering your love. Do enjoy and explore more videos at Yearn to Learn. Second thing is rapport building. Now, rapport building is quintessential to lasting engagement. Now, how you can build rapport with your students? You get to know your students and let them also get to know you. As smile, enthusiasm is also contagious. So smile often and exude enthusiasm, a lot of enthusiasm in whatever you're going to do. Don't be dull, and be genuine in whatever you say. Show them genuine care and concern. Be fair regarding how you treat students. Give them emotional support also when required, and keep up your promises. For example, if some student asked you a question to which you did not have any quick answer, and you told the student that you will get back to that topic tomorrow, the next day. So the next day, do get back to that topic. For that, you may make a note to yourself, you can note down somewhere, you can put a reminder. But the thing is, do abide by your promise. If you are giving a compliment to the student, be genuine while doing so, because students can find out whether they deserve that compliment or not. So build that rapport, and once rapport is built, I'm sure you are going to be successful in engaging students in your class, because you know them better and they know you better than. Third thing you can do is give your students a say. Don't don that cap of an authoritative teacher who is going to dictate whatever you're going to do in your class. No. So what you have to do is you have to plan accordingly so that student also have some sort of choice or decision making power in their hand, and it could be any small thing. For example, if you are going to assign them any project, you can ask them, would you like to do it in a group or solo? If you are taking a general test in your class, you can ask them, would you prefer a peer assessment or self-assessment? Or it could be a very simple question like, am I going too slowly? Shall I speed up, or is the speed fine for you? Is it very difficult for you, or shall I further simplify it? Small questions, small things in which you are asking them for their choice, for their opinion. It make students feel that they are important for you and their choice is important for you, and this will definitely work better to engage them in your class. Now the fourth thing that I'm going to share is very important. Fill dead time. What is dead time? Dead time is the time that you take when students are disengaged deliberately, but we don't realize it. Something tricky here. Okay, so what happens is, for example, you're taking your online class and you tell your students that you're going to share a video, and now that video is taking some time to buffer, or you are starting with your screen share and you're organizing your PPT, what you want to share. So a few minutes or seconds here and there. Now this is the dead time because it breaks the flow that students were into. So they were actively engaged in your class, but then this pause comes and they become disengaged. It happens in offline classes also, when teachers are preparing some assignments to be distributed, or they are busy writing the topic on the board, or making some web diagram or something. This is the dead time when students are not engaged in anything. What you can do? Quick write is the solution for it. Give them something that they can write quickly, they can do quickly. For example, while you're about to share your screen, you can tell them, like before you have started to, that now I'm going to share my screen. Meanwhile, you write about, or you find out 2 metaphors that we have come across in the poem so far. Or while I'm going to distribute the assignments to the students, why don't you write about your favorite character in the story? So this is a quick write thing. They would be engaged. They would not be broken from that flow that they were into. It works. Last and another important tip is gamify your learning. By this I mean whatever activities you take, add an element of competitiveness in it. So this makes students more curious. They become excited to participate, and it works wonder. It could be any game. It could be a simple quiz. It could be show and tell activity, but you are having different difficulty levels or rewards for the winners, something like that. It could be dump charades. It could be any ham or jam competition in the class. So gamify learning helps to engage students, and even those who are not very good and active in participating, they enjoy watching others performing and the healthy competition their peers are presenting. So do try these tips. I hope these 5 tips would help you to engage students in your online as well as offline class. And this is it. You are doing a great job. Teachers, you are amazing. Thank you. May God bless you all.